Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Matt Shad and Charity. Another episode of The Creek Still Flows. It's an interesting day. It's heat. We got some heat here. It's a little soggy. A little chilly. I like it though. And everybody else does too. There's everybody. Matter of fact, we got to go, Charity. Come on. There's a dog coming. Everybody's out and about. Their cabin fever. Can't take it no more. They need some sun. Need some fresh air, so they hit the trail. That's exactly what we're doing here. Everybody else too. So yeah, we got some folks on the trail. Yeah, Charity. Heel. Yeah, heel. Howdy. How you doing? Yeah. Rock and roll ain't noise pollution. Rock and roll ain't gonna die. Gotta love it. Oh boy, wasn't gonna move. Kept walking towards us. I'm like, what? I do. Yeah, you moving, because I ain't. Yeah. Well, we're trying to get on down the trail here because there's a dog behind us. Come on, Charity. Come on, Charity. Can you see the dog yet? Right around that corner there. Right at the bend of the corner is the dog. So we're going to take up refuge over here. Come on. Come on. Charity, come. Seriously. And Charity. Shift right. Shift right. I am in a hoodie and I am just about ready to take this damn thing off. I really am. And we're going to get a safe distance over here. The trail takes a bend. There we go. It takes a bend this way. The dog's going to come this way. Charity is going to go ahead and lock her. I got it tethered then, so I'm hands-free. So I can run this contraption. This thing. Yeah, we'll come back this way. There she goes. She's noticed him. Be a good girl, Charity. Yeah. Be a good girl. Why are you shaking? Charity. Come on. It's okay. Be a good girl. Stay. Yeah. They're being wary too. There they come. Alright. Jamming. It's like the first beginning days of spring. Yeah, the trees are starting to pop out and do their thing. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right. How you doing? All right. Yeah. Check this guy out. He wants to challenge Charity. Yeah. Good girl, Charity. A little psychopath. Yeah, she's a little psychopath. She'll kill her own kind. Or she just sees them as a threat. I don't know. But she's super alpha bitch. I mean, Charity is super alpha bitch. And it's from her upbringing, you know? It's from her upbringing. All right, let's go. Good girl. Yeah, I tell you the story of her having to fight dogs for food, kind of thing. You know, and she lived in a Myrtle Beach party house. She had to big dogs were staying by the house. They thought it was fun for her to fight. Yeah. She's just trying to, so she learned to be, alpha. She's like, oh hell no. This is my food. This is my water. This is my home. Oh, okay. Come on, this way. This way. All kinds of people are scared. Scaredy people. Yeah, folks, it's a beautiful day here in northeastern Cleveland, northwestern Cleveland. I don't know where we are, how it works, what they consider Cleveland. I hear some tale that there's a railroad track that separates the east and west, and you definitely don't want to be on the east side. Everybody likes that west side because the west side is nicer. Interesting, huh? People are nicer. There's less crime. But is it really? Well, everybody comes to the west side to grow families. That's what it's all about. That's where the money is. Families. Think about it. That's family money right there. House. 2-car garage. House. 2-car garage, big backyard. This thing's stopping on me for some reason. I don't know why. But there's money in that. People work hard. They spend years in a school system learning things. They go to a job, put in all their money, all their time and effort, blood, sweat, and tears, sweat equity, blood equity, you name it, we pay it. Get a wife, some kids, you make a good life for yourselves. Yeah, that's right. That's the American dream. The American dream. Let's get a shot of the creek here. So as the world wakes up from its winter slumber, we too start to wake up, right? Hopefully, we wake up. We understand that this system, which has worked for thousands of years, mind you, and what we lovingly call the nuclear family, it's money. That's a lot of money there. All those houses and cars, all the insurance involved, all the financial planning, the savings, 401ks, stock options, all that stuff. We worked hard for that. People are still working hard for that. Somebody's smoking weed. Okay. Thank you. Cool. By your leave, on your right. The bikers are out. That's another thing. You got to stay in shape. Unless you have a skill that doesn't require work, actual physical labor. Up. Bikers coming. Go. Go. It's a series of bikers. Get in there, Charity. Check it out. Gotta stay in shape. Once again, here we go. Maximum exceeding of my... What the hell is that? I gotta figure this out. It's like I can only take a 3-minute... Stand by, folks. Okay, let's see what happens. I think I fixed it. Apparently I was in some type of save mode. I don't know. Where it only records up to a certain, like 3 minutes is all I get. And we all know I don't make it. I go well over 3 minutes. So yeah, this whole this empire that we've built. We are empire makers. Whoa. Yo, that's interesting. Charlie, stay. We have a hawk. Can you see him? Yeah, there he is. Just flew up. He just flew from down there up to his little perch there. So we're gonna head on out. Huh. Interesting. But yes, the creek still flows, regardless of our empire making and empire falling. Failed empires. And how many times have these people failed? How many times have they gotten sick, gravely ill, had to take off from work? We're not able to pay their bills. We're not able to pay off their house, their car. Or they were smart enough to get some insurance or something. Or it was a family unit, a family effort. Husband and wife working together. Husband gets sick. Wife steps up, starts taking care of the bills, making money, taking care of the kids. Grandparents come and get involved. Brothers and sisters of the family. The aunts and uncles. We'll help out too. We'll take the kids, feed them. Let them play outside, take them to school, put Band-Aids on their ouchie boo-boos. Or you're sitting at home convalescing, or in the hospital. That happens. Folks, that's happening a lot nowadays. When they say, and a lot of countries are just like us. The UK, Australia. They have this dream, this empire building. They're doing it too. Australia, interesting statistic came to my attention. 2 years. In 2 years, mortality rates have went up by 5,163%. Yeah. That's a lot of people dying for whatever reason. Pretty sure we know the reason. And we're not just talking old people. We're talking kids, adults, young adults. The most athletic and healthy. 5,000%. All because of a lie. See how lies kill? Lies kill and destroy. deception. You know, it's a litmus test. It's a fucking litmus test. People are stupid. We are stupid. Absolutely. Come on, get out of the toilet. Get out of the porta potty. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're not eating shit. Here's the other porta potty. Yep. And we're like, yeah, it's okay. And for us, it is. For us, it's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, the price of eggs are up. Yeah, inflation is killing us. It's taking most of your paycheck. There's more taxes upon taxes of taxes. Being taxed. Crime is rising. It's okay. It's okay. I still have Netflix. You still got Netflix. You still got your SUV that's going to take you 30 years to pay off. Your house is going to take you 30 years to pay off. Well, everything's fine. Your job's fine. Even though you've got to do things, other things that they ask you to do. Oh yeah. I want you to wear a mask. I want you to take some poison. Do it. Or you get no job. It's kind of the easy way out. Just do what you're told, and you'll be fine. Go with the flow. That's what we're told. Go with the flow, and you'll get your dream. All right, I think we've surpassed 3 minutes now. I think I fixed it. The mini creek. That's what we're told. Don't take risk. Just go with the flow, do what you're told. Everything will be okay. It's not okay. Oh no. So now that's fear. Now it's we're going to war. It's the latest the latest pandemic, the latest bug. Now aliens. Who's your enemy? Everybody's your enemy. Anybody that's 6 feet away from you. Anybody that's less than 6 feet away from you is an enemy. I want to take the hill, Charity. I guess not. Okay. We have forgotten who we are as a species. I think we're going to realize real quick who we are. And this is not a doom and gloom thing. This is a cyclic rate thing. Thousands of years in the making. Just like everything else around us. You know, the laws of nature don't change. Even with all the science and our understanding of how things work, it's the law of cause and effect. Ever present, ever constant. Charity. Destruction breeds creation. Creation breeds destruction. That's what happens. Ooh. Oh. I'm walking on a dead log. I thank you, dead log. Allowed me to not be wet. Oof. 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 It's a little muddy. Luckily, I have my pseudo waterproof boots on. Yeah, I said pseudo. Slight leak. Now here, even the mighty fall. These are the strongest breaks. Things change constantly, like the creek itself, carving out a swath out of the land, out of sheer rock. Constant force of water flowing. It's amazing how that works. The creek does still flow. I'm taking off my hoodie. Charity's trying to go that way. I don't want to go this way. I don't know what's going to happen. Mucho viento. As I say in my Telemundo voice. Whew, much better. It's kind of warm. Look at her. Okay, fine. Fuck the damn creek, huh? Okay. She doesn't care much about the creek. She's like, whatever. Let's go. Just got woken up by my neighbor. Just taking a little nap. After this day of rest, relaxation, reflection, and recuperation. And boom, here you go. Here's a shrimp dinner. Fried shrimp dinner, some french fries. Wow. Hey man, thanks. Just out of the blue, just hey, shrimp dinner for you. Gotta love that. Check on your neighbors. Check on the people. Say hi to them. Bring them some food. All right, Charity. I said food. Yeah, you had some shrimp too. Good stuff, huh? Yeah. Well, we've seen the creek. It still flows. I guess Charity's done with this. I don't know. Even though I'm supposed to be reflecting on fracturing, the fracturing of society, it's my topic for today, Sunday reflections. I can't help but reflect on that, you know, the empire building, because that's what I want to do. I am poised and ready to take advantage of this this crash. To be able to get into a home, get into a piece of land. I don't have to be renting. I've literally been renting for all my life. All my damn life. Renting. Grew up in a rental. I don't want to die in a rental. Of course, you know, who knows, maybe I'll die out here. I'd be okay with that. I would be okay with that. Dying here. Having Mother Nature live off, you know, take my body and put it to good use. Meat, fuel, something else would live because of my death. If I die in my apartment or my home, basically it's going to be charity that's going to be eating my carcass. Until somebody comes a-calling. Says, hey, Shad, why? And they knock down the door. Go, Shad, you okay? You haven't been to work in so long. This is new. Yeah. You know, I mean, you got to think about that. You got to prep for that day. That inevitable day of your demise. You exit meat suit. You leave carcass on whatever dwelling you're in, whatever surface you just so happen to rot upon. Got to think of that. You know, it's prudent. You know, last will and testament and all that stuff. And you know, it also just comes from just making a phone call, telling your neighbors, hey, before they come in here and take all my shit, why don't you have something? Why don't you get in here and take all my shit? Gangsta. Fracturing of society. Let's go. No one cares. You die. You know, it happens. Yeah, people care. Your family, your friends. You know, those people care. The rest of the world don't. It's like, oh well. They don't even know. Go. They don't even know. Everybody thinks they're going to live forever. Especially when you're young. Young and healthy. You have these amazing abilities. I too am an ex-superhuman. Extreme athlete, if you will. And I wasn't really all that. I mean, there's people that were a lot more amazing than me. But you know, once you get to that point in your life where you're like, you know, I can do these amazing things. I'm gonna take a break. Work on my internals instead of, because that's what it is. You know, you shift. You try. You spend your younger days being stronger, faster, harder, smarter than everybody else. Not really relying much on the smart part. And then the rest of your years, your body starts to break down and your abilities start to fade. Your endurance, health start to fade. Start becoming a little wiser, a little smarter. Start thinking. As much as the capacity as I have to think, at least I still have that. But even that goes. Even that is lost to time. Reflection. Reflect on your lives. Life flashing before your eyes. All your regrets. All your accomplishments. You know, we study more of our regrets than we do our accomplishments. In the life review, when you're about to die, or you're just having a life review because you're close to death, it's the accomplishments that come through. So you get to see your life through other people's eyes, and how your life and your actions affected them. You either have regret or not. Stop pulling me. Hey. Nope. Charlie. Nope. That's why I got the tether. Stay. She wants to chase a squirrel. There you go. These people with their pensions that live here, they're just waiting to die. They just want to be comfortable before they die. Right? That's the idea. You know, you lived your life, you've done the things, had these amazing experiences. I say this because I see an older neighbor walking by. Let's see if I can get this. I'm giving away too much. You're not getting him. Anyway. Yes. While we continue our talk. And you know, you gotta continue to exert yourself, to test yourself, especially in your old age. Yeah, you're a washed up has-been. Absolutely. Yes, I know I say this because I am one. But you know what? I survived. I'm old for a reason. Charity, you're off. No. Nope. Nope. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, hi, how are you doing? Peanut lady. Charity, come. Charity, come. Charity, come. She's scared of you now. I don't know why. This lady still walks around feeding peanuts to the squirrels. She hand feeds the deer. She literally had a biscuit for Charity. And here you go. But after that, she stayed the fuck away from us. We see her all the time on the trail. Okay. People start playing things close to the belt, you know. An abundance of caution. Keep your distance. Trust no one. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I do. I really do. Let's go this way here. Okay, we'll go this way. Hello, ladies.
Hi, Jim. Hello, lady. Hello, you good girl. Hello, you good girl.
She's like people.
You good girl.
Oh, yeah. All right. Have a good
When I
day.
see Wilder, I get full of hair.
Oh, yes, he
As
sheds.
I pet him.
Yeah, she's never shed. She never sheds.
They call that a hypoallergenic dog.
Hey, hi, yes.
That's what they call them when they don't shed.
Oh, nice. All right, come on, Jim.
Good girl, bye.
Yeah, that's Charity. Charity's fan club. Yeah. So there you go. I wish I would have shown you that. Wish I could have shown you that. Come on. Go. Oh. Hey, you know. Little security mindset. Gotta have it. Oh, it's super hot in here. So yeah, folks. Interesting, huh? Everybody loves Charity. She's a fan wherever she goes. She's a star wherever she goes. She's got fans wherever she goes. Charity's fan base. But, you know, like I said, she's a little psychopath. She doesn't like other dogs, you know, regardless of the dog. She's only had 2 dogs in her whole life that she got along with. Okay. What was his name? Harvey. Yeah. Some type of dog. Very quick dog. It's I don't know what kind of dog it was, but it was a very fast dog. Young too, very young. I think they were about the same age. I don't know. But think of like border collie with same markings of a German Shepherd. Interesting. There I am. Yeah, so interesting, right? I'll have a seat as I set things up. Woo! It is hot in this apartment. Damn. I miss winter already. Open this door. Heat's not on yet. It's still a blistering 72 degrees in here. Ugh. I don't know. What was I saying? I don't know. Reflections and observations. Reflections and observations. You know, I think we'll be all right. All this doom and gloom, all this empire that we've built along the creek. That's why the creek still flows. Because of the empire that we built. Because our family did it. We watched our family do it. We were part of that. We were part of that empire building. I don't know about you, but I was a kid and I was free labor. I've done all kinds of jobs when I was a kid. You know? Everything from making furniture, antiquing furniture, doing roofs, working on a farm, clearing land, cutting grass. Oh man, cutting grass. Rebuilding houses, putting up a barn, tearing down barns. You name it, man. Painting. I said farming, yeah. Harvesting. Lots of harvesting going on. Shucking peas. Right. I'm gonna go outside. Oh, enjoy this time we have. There we go. We enjoy our time in the sun, don't we? All is right with the world. We want peace, longevity. Sustainability for our children. When I mean sustainability, I don't mean ESG. You can only get that, those family heirlooms, passing them on to your children, to the young, to the youth of the land. That's through skills, experience. That's it. Yeah, you can leave them some money, leave them some assets, but you know, if they don't have that foundation to keep it, that work ethic, that true American grit, to be able to suffer and endure, to take risk, and to overcome the obstacles in their way. I think it's very important, and I've done that with all my nieces and nephews, and all my all the kids in the neighborhoods, you know, that I lived in. I remember a time when I had to watch my nieces and nephews, so I would take them on what I'd call a 100-mile march. We didn't walk 100 miles, but sure felt like it to them. And they would bitch and hem and haw, and oh my God, this sucks, it's terrible. Oh, I want to go back and watch my videos and my movies, and I want to play my video games. I want to eat my cheesy poos and all that. And I'm like, it's like, I asked him, I said, you ever climbed a tree? No, Mom won't allow us to do that. Oh, you're in for a treat today. So I made him climb a tree. Big old tree. This thing was like thousands of years old. It's in the neighborhood, Myrtle Beach, Surfside Beach, South Carolina. 3rd Avenue, I believe. They still stand. Hopefully. Used to have plaques on them, you know, talking about how old they were. They've took them down, I guess, but somebody built a freaking little ladder, as you do, right? They nailed some boards on the side of this massive tree, and up you went. And huge branches, this big around, branched off in all directions. Some of them going low to the ground. That's what I did. I pushed them out there. I said, hey, climb the ladder. No, climb the ladder. Do it now. Okay. And they climb up the ladder, and I'm right behind them. I'm like, yeah, isn't this fun? And they're like, okay. You could tell they're scared. Okay, let's get down now. Okay, jump. What? It's the only way you're getting down. Jump. I can't go backwards. You have to go forward. No, I don't want to jump. No. Do it. You can't go past me. How are you going to go past me? You going to go through me? No. You try. That'd be great. You know, actually. They overtake the shad. But I made them jump. They were scared to death. Then I couldn't keep them off the damn thing. They took the jump. They jumped. They were scared to death. As soon as they hit the ground, their eyes lit up. They ran right back up that ladder and jumped. We sat there and climbed the tree and jumped off the tree all damn day long. It's like, wow. Kids need that. Kids need to be pushed. They do. What's up, puppy? Who's driving, the dog or the girl? Kids need to be pushed. They need to understand they can overcome the obstacles. And usually that obstacle is inside them. It's an internal obstacle. Once they do that, they realize they can overcome just about any obstacle. All right, dude. I wonder what that noise was. Oh, this guy's running. He's jogging and he's singing. I don't know. Right on. And so that's what this is, this litmus test. This failure in the fall of the empire. I think that's what it is. Yes, against all odds, they've been, a lot. And you talk to anybody, Gen X, Gen Y, and you're like, yeah, this youth is sad and weak, lost cause. But they thought the same thing about Gen Xers too, and baby boomers, and everybody else. It's the first fly that I've seen this year. First proper fly. So spring is around the corner. That's what this is. It's a push. It's the push. It's the push, and later on, the realization. Oh shit, we got this. Okay. I think that's what it is. That's life. Yeah. Raw deal. You've got this apparatus that's working towards their demise. It's a long-term plan of destruction and slavery, and it's our kids that are suffering for it. What are we doing about it? Hiding? Yeah, we're hiding. We're hiding. We're throwing our hands up in the air, and we're giving up. Like this fucking generation. This generation just might surprise us. Of course, we won't be around to see it. Definitely. Some of us will. Some of us will. It's just me looking into the future, using the past as the script. We know that. Happens to everyone. So yes, and that's the cycle of it. Hard times make strong men, make hard men. Hard men make weak kids, and weak kids make weak times, hard times. You know the thing. The cycle. We have been living the hard work, dedication, and sacrifice of our ancestors for far too long. Oh, the hawk. He followed me. Oh shit. So I have hope. I have hope for this weak generation. This tortured generation. I mean, our generation, it started in our generation. It started way before that. But, And the hard men passed away and left the world to be inherited by their offspring. Their offspring enjoyed the fruits of their labor. Like I said, their hard work and their sacrifice. pain and the suffering. We all want our kids to have an easier life than us, a better life. That only comes with being harder and smarter. I don't have any kids that I know of. I had a lot of family, a lot of nieces and nephews, you know, of course, all the neighborhood kids. Shout out to you kids, man. They're all grown with families of their own. I remember seeing them around town, and they'd always go, I remember the times when we used to fight with sticks, beat the hell out of each other, go in the woods and chase alligators and shoot each other with paintball guns. Oh man, I have to say that's some of my best memories. It's with those kids, you know. They kept me young. They really did. These guys, man, they had these kids. They had amazing stamina and endurance. You know, I'm over here sucking wind. They're like, "Come on, let's go!" Oh shit! This was your idea. Yeah, I know. Let's go. All right, come on. Yeah, let's get them. And I have to say that's some of my biggest accomplishments, you know. Yeah, I looking back, you know, they didn't really have, you know, male role models in their lives. That's, you know, daddy was working, mommy was in charge, or daddy was working or missing. We had one kid. We knew one kid. He everybody else was kind of well off to, you know, they lived in houses and, you know, they were well off to do. One kid was living in an apartment complex in the neighborhood. Daddy was a drunkard. No, it wasn't daddy, it was granddaddy. Granddaddy was a drunkard that literally sat in his lazy boy chair all damn day, drinking and cussing his grandson, beating him, you know, and the kid was just, I mean, you could hear it in his face, the frustration, and, you know, I could see it in the rage when we would fight. I was like, damn, this kid's just swinging. He would swing for the fences, you know. I'm like, no, you can't use that. You can't use that energy that way. And I taught him a little bit of self-control. You know, he did have a self-control issue, and you know, he would go into rage. He would cry while he was kicking your ass. Literally crying as he was fighting you. Wow. It's pain. And finally, he talked to me about it, you know. Because the kids were like, yeah, his granddad sucks. Granddad's a douchebag. Drinks and beats him, you know. Makes him do everything around the house. Granddad just sits there and drinks himself to death. Parents died years ago. You know, and the kid was like 14, 15. I was like, man. He's like, I want you to meet my granddad. I'm like, oh, God. And yeah, I met the granddad. He was, fuck you, fucking smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, and this dirty old fucking, you know, lazy boy. Nothing in the house, really. You know, pile of beer cans next to the lazy boy. You know, a little TV he yelled at. But he did meet me. He kind of like, hey, sir, how you doing? You know, whatever. Just dropping off your son, your grandson. Is he in trouble? What the fuck did he do this time? I'm like, no, he's cool. He's a good kid. Really, he's a good kid. You don't fucking know him then, you know. I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, I'm like, all right. And I talked to the kid. I was like, look, man, you got nobody here to help you. I get it. I understand that. We all see your frustration. My heart goes out to you, man, but just hang in there. Hang in there. You only got a few years left and you're out of here. You're on your own, your way. You escape. You make your own way. So that's what you do, is you sit here, you bide your time, you endure this stupidity. It's gonna come a point to whether he dies or his beatings just won't hurt you anymore. And you're gonna be a man. You're gonna learn from this and you're gonna know, I don't wanna be that guy. It's like, I don't. And sure enough, he was gonna drop out of school and all that. I was like, no, you can't drop out of school. He wanted to get away now. He wanted to run away. He'd already ran away once, you know, and failed. Him and his friends ran away, you know, because they just like, oh, whatever, yeah, we're just gonna run away with you, your friends. They went out in the woods and they fell asleep in the woods, you know, with their flashlights and their candy bars. And when the kid woke up, his friends were gone, and he's in the woods all by himself, going, great. And so he goes back to his friends and goes, what happened? He's like, well, we had to get home. We were hungry. You know, I had to take a bath, and you know, my mom would get worried, and you know, all this and that. I got to go to school. So I mean, you know, it's kids. I mean, you know, young boys. That was their idea. They were going to build a fort and live off the land, hunt squirrels and shit. Never did any of that stuff. Fish. But yeah, sure enough, the kid, he escaped. He did. He escaped the clutches of his abusive douchebag grandpa, and got a job. Like, that was his thing, man. He got a fucking job. He worked at Bojangles. He worked at Bojangles after school. That was his thing. He's like, I don't want to go back home. And you know, he worked. He spent all his remaining. Like, there were times when he would sleep in Bojangles, wake up. You know, he would sleep in the Bojangles, wake up, do some prep, and then catch the bus, run down the street, catch the bus, and go to school. And then come back. You know, and he did that for you know, at first he did it for weeks, and the cops come looking for him. You know, by that time he was like 17, about to be 18. You know, he's about to graduate and everything. Didn't really excel much in school. Didn't really care. He wasn't in sports or anything. You know, but you know, he's just like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Fuck this. This is my way out. And he lived and worked at Bojangles until somebody there said, hey, why don't you just be my roommate? And there you go. So 17 into 18, he still had to go back to his grandpa and say, yeah, here I am. And grandpa tried to beat him and everything, you know, and be mean to him. And by that time, he's 17 years old, almost be 18. He's like, you can't hurt me no more, grandpa. And he told me, he says, when grandpa was beating me, he started to cry, but he said it was a different kind of cry. He said he learned how to cry when grandpa was beating him, because he thought that it helped him survive, that grandpa would have some type of sympathy for him. He said this was a different kind of cry. He stood there and stoically took the feeble beatings of his grandpa, and he cried in sadness for his grandpa. That's pretty powerful, man. Pretty powerful story you told me. He's like that. I knew right there and then that he could never hurt me again. And he said to his grandpa, he's like, you can't hurt me anymore. And he said some other things, something about never coming back again. You know, I'm sorry for your sad life, you know. And he left, and he never came back. He lived in Bojangles. He got in with a roommate. He became a roommate with somebody else that just graduated last year, right, from the same school. So they helped him get back and forth to school. He got his diploma. He got the fuck out, you know. And 17 to 18 years old. He lived and worked out of Bojangles. And Grandpa died, you know, years after that, 19 years, when he was 19 or 20. He said, yeah, Grandpa died. They found him rotting in his chair. Yeah. I'm like, damn. He's like, yep. He's like, I knew that's how he was going to end up. I think he told his grandpa that. You're going to die in that chair. Oh, and he joined the Army. Yeah, he joined the Army. And I heard from the other kids in the neighborhood is that, because they moved on, you know, got families and girlfriends and kids and stuff. They got married, all that thing. You know, well-to-do, well-off. You know, they well-to-do. They went to college. They went to high school. Went to college. They got the cars. They got the house. They got the girl. They got the kids. You know, they got the jobs, and their friends. You know, they said that he's in the Army. That's all we know. He's in the Army. He's been in the Army. So every now and then we get a little thing from him. You know, a little text or something, or we see his Facebook post or something. Yeah, he's been in the Army, man. He's still there. I guess he's still there. That must have been 10, 15 years ago. Maybe 20 years ago. I don't know. Probably 10 to 15 years. I don't know. It's before Charity's time. So yeah, about 20 years. So I hope he's doing well. I think of him. I'm reflecting now on him. I'm like, damn. But you have to understand that you know, when we were all beating each other with these sticks. I gave him 2 of these because he really he broke the first one. I gave it to him, and you know, we were fighting, and he was literally trying to swing this thing like a baseball bat, and he broke it. And he was crying and screaming at the same time as he's trying to fight somebody. Me. You know, we taught him self-control, taught him discipline, and he started to win some matches. He got really good at it, you know. And my parting gift when I left the neighborhood, you know, I gave him 2 of them because he wanted to continue on, you know, to fight and train, you know. And now he's in the Army, man. Has never looked back. He overcame his difficulties. He survived childhood. So I look at it as if I take credit for it, yeah, it's a success. That was a success. It was his doing. It's all him, not me. And his friends. You know, he had good friends. We all kind of talked to each other. they were lifelong friends. They grew up together in the same neighborhood. You know? Before I got there, they were fighting each other, and the parents were fighting each other because the kids were fighting, and the kids didn't know how to deal with conflict. So I introduced conflict. Let's beat each other for fun. And they fucking loved it. And the parents got together and was like, something's changed with our kids. What's going on here? And the moms actually approached me. We're like, because I would get out there after work. They would just be mulling around, you know, and they'd be doing just meanness, you know, kids, you know, adolescent boys and their mischievousness. They had interesting games they would play. And this was a gated community, right? So, you know. But the moms, they you know, we literally right after work, I was out there with them, just whack, whack, just fighting, bam, bam, bam. We were fighting each other from until sundown. And I was like, look, I got to go to bed. You know, and they're like, okay. And the moms were like, they approached me and they're like, something's changed with our kids. What's going on? And they talked to each other. So they had to put down their differences, the moms did, and go talk to each other because they were fighting with each other, right? So they had to put away their differences and go, what's going on with our kids? Well, they asked their kids. And kids like, oh yeah, Shad. We hang out with Shad. We beat the hell out of each other. What? Yeah, we fight. We sword fight. What? Oh, you know. You can imagine the helicopter parents were like, no. But then one of the mothers approached me and they're like, something's changed with our kids. She said that before they would come in from school, they would play video games, they would not do their chores, they would stay up all freaking night. They would go outside and fight with their friends and have big old fights and conflicts and come back crying, and we would all have to get involved, and your son hit my son kind of thing. Well, I'm going to hit you. Oh, okay. You know, the fathers have to deal with this because the fathers were, you know, either blue collar or professional. You know, like I said, they're well to do. Gated community and shit. So the moms had to deal with all the conflict resolution of their sons. And of course, you know, make the household, right? You know, be the homemaker. And they came to me and said, yeah, this is what our kids usually do. He said, now they come in from work, or they come in from school, they bust out their homework, bam, it's done. Like, it's done. Like, they sit down in 30 minutes, they've done their homework and they're out the door. They've done their homework, they've done their chores, and they're out the door. And they don't come back until, of course, nightfall, and they go straight to bed. Tired. Tired and worn out. They take a shower, and they go to bed. And they wake up, they go to school. I'm like, we don't agree with you beating our kids, but we thank you. I'm like, hey, I'm just giving them an outlet. You know, I'm just giving them an outlet. I'm allowing them to wear themselves out, to learn things about themselves. You know, and you know, it was crazy to watch. You know, watch them grow like that. And I watched another thing happen too. She said that they were they were pussies. You know, you could slap them, call them bad names, and they would cry, you know, and go into a rage and start trying to fight you. She said that now when they go to school, you know, they would get in a lot of trouble at school. because the bullies would still bully them, and they would cry and raise hell, and whatever they would do. They were being bitches. She said that one of the kids, which was he was the fat one of the group, so he got all the all the bullying. He said that one of these kids, which was a big old football kid, pushed him in the hallway, knocked his books down, and slapped him as hard as he could. And he said the kid just stood there and looked at him. Stared him down. Didn't say a word, just looked at him, just stared at him. Menacing. And he said, and the teacher seen it, and boom, they went to the they went to the principal and all that. And of course they're like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, the kid was like, "I'm fine." He hits like a girl, or something like that. "I'm fine. I ain't worried about it." He's been bullying you forever. What, oh no, and everything. And, what are you going to do? You're not going to do any kind of, retribution. You're not going to cry about it. He's like, no, I'm fine. But I hope he never does that again, for his sake. And they're like, what? Kind of a proud moment, The kid. I mean, when I say we beat each other, it was with restraint, of course. Restraint and discipline. These things do hurt. These things do hurt. They do. They do. They do clack. And that was the thing, was they were afraid that they would hurt. So the first thing I made them do was we would cross swords and smack yourself in the head with it. So bam, bam. So you knew. Okay, there you go. And I told them, don't hit each other. Hit the other person as hard as you want to be hit. Like what? Yeah. That's that we're training. We're, this is competition. Who's going to win? And so when faced with that bully, that football bully that slapped him as hard as he could, and he just stood there and looked at him like, "Is that all you got?" I think he did say that. "Is that all you got?" The kid never bullied him again. Never had any problems. See, their grades improved, and I'd have to say that's definitely a success. These kids had a somewhat twisted but positive male role model in their lives. And they would try me. They always tried me. I mean, it was like 8 of them. They all grew up together. And one day they ambushed me when I was going to the mailbox. They just all ambushed me. Like they were hiding behind cars, and they just came out. Where'd they get you? Boom! They're tackling me. I'm like, all right, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Whooping some ass, throwing kids all over the neighborhood. It was great fun. It was great fun. They're taking falls, they're getting hit. I'm taking one kid and beating another one with it, and they're just falling down, going dramatically, and they're like, "Oh man, that was fun." Like, yeah, there you go. That's fun. They wanted to test me, I guess. They wanted to test themselves. That was the thing. They wanted to test themselves. And in doing so, they forged themselves. Became tough. Able to withstand the rigors of life. And carry on with their lives. Carry on with things. I hear good things about him now. I do. I hear good things. I haven't heard about him in a long time, they're all grown now, out of school now, out of college, and moving on to bigger and better things. You know, so hey, reflection on that. I know, shit. Whole hour. So it's been Mad Shad, and the creek still flows. It's not just the creek that flows. It's our souls in that creek. Anyway.